Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to edit and customize all the different components of your InVideo video. Now, the good news is that the editing components, which are always found on the right side over here, are actually pretty intuitive to use and easy to learn. So I'm not going to cover a lot of time on them, but I will at least cover some of the basics, starting with the Change Project Color section up here. Now, unlike other sections below, the Change Project Color sections will apply to the entire video, not just the thing that you have selected, as most of them do. So let me show you what this does. Now, by default, anytime you insert something like a shape or text or whatnot into your InVideo video, it will automatically carry with it the style and color schemes and whatnot of the template that you selected. Now, in some cases, you may want to change that template color. So to do that, rather than click on Template, I would go over here and click on Custom. And then from here, I can change any one of these colors to whatever I want to. So maybe I decide I want to start with sort of this blue color and kind of drag it down there. There we go. See what it does? There we go. Now you notice when I change the template color, look down here, all my videos or video clips have now changed to have that same color, you see. So that is how you would change the template color for the entire template or the entire video. So that covers that. Now the next thing you're going to look at is up here on the top, you're going to see a couple of different options. The trash can button will let you delete whatever item you have selected on your page. The undo and redo buttons will let you undo or redo something that you've done. So let's say I accidentally delete something like this picture of a cake. So I'm like, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I can click on the undo button to undo it or the redo button to redo it. These two buttons have to do with where things are assigned on the page. So for example, I can click on the cake and bring it to the front, which will cover up everything, the blue bar and whatnot. If I push it to the back, it'll go backwards. So this just brings a certain item more forward or more backwards depending on where it is layered on the page. And that's what that does. And now, another important tool that you'll probably want to know is how to insert another scene or blank scene from your template into your video. So to do that, you actually scroll down the menu side to the very bottom where it says Add Scene. If I click on Add Scene, this box pops up, which will let me pull up another scene template. Or I can build my own scene with just a blank scene like this. So I'm going to go ahead and add another one. I'll click on Add Scene. There we go. Yep, after this currently selected scene. And there we go. Then it'll just add this scene in here, and I can keep adding or building upon scenes. Now, to preview my scene, I'm going to click on the preview button. This is a good way to check my changes. So if I add audio or change an animation or whatnot, and I want to see how that affects my scene, I can click on the preview button, which will show me a nice example of how that scene will work. Now this preview button only works on whatever scene you have selected, so you can check the changes made just that one scene. If you wanted to see how your video as a whole looks, you would do that under Preview and Export, which I'll show you a little bit later. But for now, let's focus on these tools down here. So the grid essentially just lets you add a grid to your image. It will not play with a grid. It's just so you can figure out where to move things and center them. So just sort of an invisible grid for editing purposes. The scene duration section will determine how long you want your scene to go. So I wanted a longer scene. I can either just add a second to it, so bring it up to 7 seconds, and so forth and so forth. Now, this section here, the numbers you see here, tell me where this scene is essentially placed within the larger video. So this scene starts at second 22 seconds and 22.7 seconds and ends here. The total duration of my video is about 30 seconds. So this one's at the end, as you can see. Now what I can do here is I can actually crop my scene. So I can crop it at any point by going down to this little button down here. And I can drag it up to shorten it, so it actually will start at a certain point in my video itself. There, so I'll shrink it down. There we go. So now I basically cropped or cut part of my video. So now it will actually start at this part of the video and then end here, and so forth and so forth. Okay,